They tamed the Wild West, settled scores at high noon, and carved their names into history. But here's the million-dollar question. Are the revolvers that won the West still deadly in 2025? From the dusty trails of the frontier to modern-day ranges, we're diving into the 8 iconic revolvers that defined an era and might still pack a punch today. Stick around as we break down their history, their firepower, and whether they can still hold their own. Which one would you trust with your life today? Drop it in the comments below, and let's get this showdown started. Number 8. Colt 1851 Navy, the gun that started it all. Picture this: a dusty western street, a tense standoff, and the glint of a Colt 1851 Navy in a gunslinger's hand. This revolver was the iPhone of the 19th century, sleek, reliable, and everywhere. Wild Bill Hickok swore by a pair of these, and one of his original 1851 Navies is still on display at the Kansas State Historical Society. That's right, this gun didn't just win the West, it made legends. The Colt 1851 Navy was a 36 caliber, 6-shot single-action revolver with a 7.5-inch octagonal barrel. Its lightweight design, about 2.6 pounds, made it a favorite for cavalry and civilians alike. Crafted with a brass trigger guard and walnut grips, it was as beautiful as it was deadly. In 2025, companies like Cimarron and Uberti produce faithful reproductions with modern metallurgy, ensuring tighter tolerances and smoother actions while keeping that black powder soul. Wild Bill Hickok, one of the most legendary gunfighters of the American West, famously carried a pair of ivory-handled Colt 1851 Navy revolvers. He used one during the infamous Springfield shootout in 1865, where he gunned down Dave Tutt in a classic quick-draw duel, one of the first recorded Wild West showdowns. Is the 1851 Navy still deadly? You bet. Cowboy action shooting leagues keep this icon alive, with shooters praising its smooth trigger and historical swagger. While it's not stopping a modern tactical threat, its 36 caliber ball can still do serious damage at close range. For collectors and enthusiasts, this revolver is a time machine that still fires. But if the Colt Navy was the gentleman's choice, the next revolver was a beast built for war. Number 7. Remington Model 1858, the soldier's sidearm. If the Colt Navy was the sleek sports car, the Remington Model 1858 was the rugged pickup truck of revolvers. This thing was built to endure the chaos of battle. The Remington 1858's top-strap design made it sturdier than its Colt rivals, and its quick cylinder swap feature let soldiers reload in seconds, a game-changer in the heat of combat. Chambered in .44 caliber, this single-action revolver boasted an 8-inch barrel and weighed about 2.8 pounds. Its solid frame gave it superior durability, and the ability to swap preloaded cylinders made it a precursor to modern speed loaders. Today, Pieta and Uberti make reproductions with refined triggers and modern steel, keeping the 1858 spirit alive for black powder enthusiasts. In 1863, during the Battle of Gettysburg, a Union cavalryman used his Remington 1858 to take down 3 Confederate raiders in a desperate charge. The revolver's robust frame held up under rapid fire, proving its worth in the bloodiest conflict of the era. It wasn't just a gun, it was a lifeline. In 2025, the Remington 1858 shines in reenactments and cowboy action shooting. Its .44 caliber packs a wallop, and modern reproductions are accurate enough for competitive shooting. While it's no match for a 9mm in a tactical scenario, its raw power and historical heft make it a collector's dream, and a deadly one at that. The Remington was tough, but the next revolver became the very symbol of the Wild West. Number 6. Colt Single Action Army, the Peacemaker. Say hello to the Colt Single Action Army, better known as the Peacemaker. This is the revolver that defined the West, starred in every cowboy movie, and still turns heads today. Introduced in 1873, The Peacemaker was the U.S. Army's standard sidearm for nearly 2 decades. It's still in production today, making it one of the longest-running firearm designs in history. Chambered in .45 Colt, with barrel lengths from 4.75 to 7.5 inches, the Peacemaker is a single-action 6-shooter weighing around 2.3 pounds. Its iconic plow-handle grip and case-hardened frame scream Old West. Modern versions from Colt use updated materials, but the sole remains unchanged. The trigger, crisp as a desert morning. In 1881, the Peacemaker was at Wyatt Earp's side during the gunfight at the OK Corral. Earp's quick draw and deadly aim with his 7.5-inch Colt turned him into a legend. That same revolver model is still prized by collectors, with some originals fetching over $100,000 at auction. The Peacemaker is still a beast in 2025. Its .45 Colt round hits like a freight train, and modern ammo options make it viable for self-defense in a pinch. Cowboy action shooters and collectors can't get enough of its timeless design. It's not just a gun. It's a piece of Americana that still shoots straight. The Peacemaker was king, but the next revolver brought a unique twist to the frontier. Number 5. Smith & Wesson Model 3, Schofield. The Quick Draw King. The Smith & Wesson Model 3, or Schofield, was the revolver that made reloading as fast as a gunslinger's draw. This was the choice of outlaws and lawmen alike. Jesse James carried a Schofield, and its break-top design let him reload faster than his Colt-wielding rivals. That speed saved his hide more than once. Chambered in .45 Schofield, this single-action revolver had a 7-inch barrel and weighed about 2.6 pounds. Its break-top action allowed for simultaneous ejection of all 6 spent cases, a revolutionary feature in the 1870s. Modern reproductions from Uberti keep the Schofield's smooth action and elegant lines with updated steel for durability. In 1875, a Texas Ranger used his Schofield to fend off a gang of cattle rustlers in a moonlit ambush. The break-top reload gave him the edge, letting him fire 12 rounds before the outlaws could respond. That Ranger walked away, the rustlers didn't. In 2025, the Schofield's fast reload makes it a favorite in cowboy action shooting. Its .45 Schofield round, while less common than .45 Colt, still delivers serious stopping power. For collectors, it's a blend of innovation and nostalgia that's hard to beat. Deadly? Oh yeah. The Schofield was fast, but the next revolver was a literal cannon in your hand. Number 4. Lemat Revolver. The 9-shot monster. If you thought 6 shots were enough, meet the Lemat Revolver. A 9-shot beast with a shotgun barrel to boot. This was the revolver for those who didn't mess around. The Lemat's lower barrel fired a 20-gauge shotgun round, making it the ultimate backup plan. Confederate General J.E.B. Stuart carried one, and it was his ace in the hole. This single-action revolver held 9 .42 caliber rounds in its cylinder, plus a 3-inch shotgun barrel beneath. Weighing nearly 4 pounds, it was a handful, but its firepower was unmatched. Modern reproductions by Pieta use stronger steel and smoother triggers, making it a favorite for collectors who want something unique. In 1864, a Confederate officer used his Lemat's shotgun barrel to scatter a Union patrol at close range. The 9-shot cylinder kept the fight going, earning the Lemat a fearsome reputation. It was less a revolver and more a one-man artillery piece. In 2025, the Lemat is a niche favorite for black powder enthusiasts and reenactors. Its .42 caliber rounds and shotgun blast can still ruin someone's day, though its weight and complexity make it more of a collector's piece than a practical carry. Still, it's a conversation starter that's deadly in the right hands. The Lemat was wild, but the next revolver brings modern cowboy grit to the table. Number 3. Ruger Vaquero, the modern cowboy classic. The Ruger Vaquero isn't just a nod to the Old West. It's a modern revolver built for cowboys who shoot to win. This is where tradition meets 21st century precision. Introduced in 1993, the Vaquero became the go-to revolver for cowboy action shooting, blending classic looks with Ruger's legendary durability. Available in .45 Colt or .357 Magnum with 4.6 or 5.5-inch barrels, The Vaquero is a single-action 6-shooter, weighing about 2.4 pounds. Its stainless steel or blued finish and hardwood grips echo the Peacemaker, but modern engineering makes it tougher than nails. The transfer bar safety means you can carry it fully loaded without worry. While the Vaquero is a modern design, it draws on the legacy of the Colt single-action army. In a 1990s Cowboy action match, a shooter using an early Vaquero set a speed record, fanning the hammer to land 6 shots in under 3 seconds. It's the Peacemaker's tougher younger brother. In 2025, the Vaquero is a star in competitive shooting and a solid choice for ranchers needing a reliable sidearm. Its 45 Colt rounds hit hard, and the .357 Magnum option offers versatility. This isn't a museum piece, it's a working gun that's as deadly as ever. The Vaquero brings the Old West into today, but the next revolver is a modern legend in its own right. Number 2. Colt Python, the king of precision. The Colt Python isn't a frontier relic. It's a 20th century masterpiece that's still turning heads in 2025. This is the revolver for those who demand perfection. Introduced in 1955, the Python was called the finest production revolver ever made by firearms expert Elmer Keith. Its silky smooth action is still unmatched. Chambered in .357 Magnum with 4, 6, or 8-inch barrels, the Python is a double-action revolver, weighing around 2.5 pounds. Its ventilated rib and polished stainless finish make it a work of art. Reintroduced in 2020, the modern Python uses upgraded materials while keeping that legendary trigger pull. Carried by FBI agents and detectives in the 1970s-1980s, the Python gained new fame thanks to Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead, who used a 6-inch Colt Python as his signature weapon, elevating its modern-day mystique and cultural legacy. In 2025, the Python is a premium carry option for those who value precision. Its .357 Magnum rounds can stop anything from a coyote to a carjacker. Collectors and shooters alike covet its blend of beauty and lethality. This revolver isn't just deadly, it's surgical. The Python's a modern marvel, but our final revolver brings the Old West back with a vengeance. Number 1. Uberti 1875. Outlaw, the Remington reborn. The Uberti 1875 Outlaw is a modern tribute to the Remington 1875, blending frontier grit with 21st century craftsmanship. This is the revolver that keeps the West alive. The original Remington 1875 was favored by outlaws like Frank James, brother of Jesse, for its rugged design and fast draw. Uberti's version keeps that spirit, but it's built to last. Chambered in .45 Colt or .357 Magnum with a 7.5-inch barrel, this single-action revolver weighs about 2.8 pounds. Its sleek frame and walnut grips echo the original, but modern machining ensures reliability. The web under the barrel gives it a distinctive look that screams Wesson, a faithful reproduction of the Remington 1875 used by Frank James and other outlaw gangs. In 1878, Frank James used a Remington 1875 to fend off a posse in Missouri. His quick draw and 6 accurate shots bought him enough time to escape into the hills. The 1875's durability made it a favorite for those living on the wrong side of the law. In 2025, the Uberti 1875 Outlaw is a cowboy action shooting staple. Its .45 Colt rounds deliver serious stopping power, and its smooth action makes it a joy to shoot. Whether you're a collector, competitor, or just a fan of Western law, this revolver proves the Old West is still deadly. And that's our lineup, folks. 8 revolvers that shaped history and still fire today. What a ride! From the Colt Navy to the Uberti Outlaw, these revolvers weren't just tools. They were icons that forged the West. Some are museum pieces. Others are still slinging lead in 2025. So, here's the question. Which one would you carry into a modern-day shootout? Old school iron or polymer power? Drop your pick in the comments and let's keep the conversation blazing. If you learned something cool, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell for more gun history with a modern twist. Until next time, keep your powder dry and your aim true.